Cancer, and welcome to your coffee cup reading for the week ahead of June 19th. And I want to say happy birthday to all my wonderful Cancers. The middle of this coming week kicks off the Cancer, the first decans. And I'm going to do a birthday special right after this weekly reading. Well, for this reading, I'm going to add tarot cards to the reading, and I did shuffle and pulled out a animal spirit card, and I did, of course, pre-shuffle. I did this with my with one hand. So we're going to add that to this reading, and then stay tuned, because after this I will have a birthday special where I just describe the Cancers, my experience with Cancers, what I like about Cancers, and what I'm adding now to you, I'm starting with you guys, is I'm going to do a solar year ahead reading for your solar year ahead, okay? A coffee cup reading. So that's there too, okay? So I'm starting with you guys. Okay, so let's just get into this reading. Okay, for this week, let's see. Okay, it's like there's a light bulb type of idea that might come through, and it could be connected to business or whatever that's very important, or something that is very important to you. And you may not go with it right now, but it's going to give you a glimpse of how you can improve your business, your career, or these ideas can just build from one thing to another. That's showing up too, okay? So that's good. And more confident energy. And there are shifts and changes in foundation here. So that did show up. Oh yeah, we definitely got new energy coming through here. Things are coming out more, okay? More and more. Things are getting better more and more. That's what we're seeing. Okay. Now, I do see fluctuations with like indecisiveness about your next move or ideas. Like, should you, or or should you not? Are you adding more than you can do? Are you biting off more than you can chew? A lot of thoughts going through. You're a little bit internal, a little bit disconnected with other people now and other things. You're just really planning things for the future. Or is it good for you in the long run? Things like that are showing up. This is a general reading, remember. You need to relax a bit, and, especially your overthinking mind, okay? Take a break from work. Take a break from business. You need to relax. That really is coming through here. There can be some moodiness. You will do well, going more with the flow, okay? Not like micromanaging too much or being a perfectionist for some here too, okay? Cut yourself some slack is basically what's really showing up. Business career is going well though, or whatever you do most of the day. It's better than you know. That's a message for some. Changes are occurring, and serious thoughts of where you're going in the future or how to evolve, okay? You're making some changes anyway. You're wanting change. For some, not even sure what you want though, okay? That really did show up. Okay, though things are going decent, you're a bit confused or indecisive inside, internally, okay? This is looking in the matters of the heart too. You're on the verge of making some big decisions, but stress can be taking its toll. So watch your health, okay? Someone may want you to do them either a favor or get you involved in something. If you don't feel like it, or you don't have the time, or your gut feeling even says you don't have the time, then simply say no, okay? You may feel a little lack of energy or exhaustion. Again, watch your health. It's best to pamper yourself, maybe stay at home, relax a bit, okay? That's really coming through a lot. Take a breather. Really did come through here. And matters of the heart, there is some changes here, okay? There is changes happening, okay? Or overthinking things, you know. You may feel disconnected with others, okay? More internalizing to yourself. Or this could be with a particular person. You're more wanting to talk about, you know, if this is a romantic partner or your spouse or someone significant or whoever, you may be wanting to talk more about how you feel than about money or other stuff now, because you're allowing your feelings too, or how you feel about things. If you even want to talk about it at all, you know, that's how you're feeling, that's what's showing up here. It's important not to get edgy or riled up, okay, that you allow some events to take their course, okay, because they will. There is like things changing. There is maybe turn of events, things occurring. So that is showing up, okay? Take your time and think before you speak, okay? So that's a big message here. We've got change coming in, okay? That does show up on your plate, okay? You know, it's still good here. There's some growth. You have like the Ace of Cup type of energy. There is new love, emotional fulfillment coming through. Matters of the heart are showing up here, okay? There is new energy coming in, okay? It's your solar year now. That's definitely new beginnings. Starting over is what we're seeing in some areas, okay? Maybe you're just going to start over with something. But things looking brighter and brighter. You're in the process of change, okay? Now, watch your health again. Do watch your health. Also, you can be worried. Yeah, you could be worried about the health of someone else too. Health and well-being is showing up, or concerns about someone's mortality at the same time. I mean, this is specific for someone that is showing up, okay? I'm just trying to see what else is here. Okay. Yeah, you are definitely in the process of change, okay? And again, do watch out for some people. You know, they see that you are successful, even though you may not even see it. You know, I've been seeing that for cancers too. It's maybe you want more, or you're just barely made it to where you wanted to be maybe months ago, and you're like, but now I want more. You know, that should have happened months ago type of energy. But here again, we're seeing some people, you know, they could be, oh, I'm happy for you, but they're not, okay? They want to create some blockages. So again, just be careful what you do. Don't talk about your stuff. Definitely there are people who always try to blame you for their stuff. That's what's showing up too. You know, I would just take it with a grain of salt and say, you know, I'm sorry, but did my back hurt your knife? You know, that type of comeback. Or if you're not, you know, you could be different from some other people, okay? You're changing. And, or they could just say something that you don't like, and you can just nicely, it's just watch how you do say things. Don't come out as passive aggressive, just come out assertive and say, you know, I just don't like the way you think. I don't like your opinions. I do not like how you treat me. Enjoy your day and have a nice life, but I'm out of here. You know, things like that. So do things with tact too. Well, anyway, Cancer, that and money. There is money coming in, but there's still money worries. Okay, now we're going to pull the tarot cards to add to this. First, we're going to pull Spiritual Animal card, and you got the Roadrunner. Keep your sense of humor and don't take things so seriously. Okay, so when you get this card, this is very important. When I look at the rest of your reading, it's really saying don't definitely keep your sense of humor. Don't take things seriously. I just gave you an example of maybe some people in your life right on the plate, how to handle them, okay? No matter what the situation is, look for like the humor in it, okay? Take time to find something. It may take time to find things to, how do I say it? To find something that makes you happy, okay? And keep a positive attitude in mind, okay? Just see the absurdities or the ironies in the situations, okay? So whatever shows up in your life, okay? I know there could be dark circumstances, and of course, those are excluded. Sometimes we certainly go through times of serious tragedies or traumatic experiences, but don't call for going in too deep or feeling things at the end of the world, okay? So yes, we mourn those times, and we know how to seclude ourselves, express our emotions, but then, you know, those instances are always temporary and things do pass, okay? So rather than feeling like personally victimized too, take deep breaths and, you know, have a good laugh at situations. Just let things roll off. So that's what really comes through. And really, when the Roadrunner shows up, it's really talks about, you know, speed, agility, being able to be agile, multitasking, your intelligence, creative intelligence comes through, being adaptable, laughter, you know, humor comes through here, being flexible, okay, communications, how you communicate. You have the courage, take care of yourself, and seek some balance, okay? So that's what really comes through, okay? So now let's pull the rest of the cards. Trying to make room. Okay. I'll get your view. I'm just trying to pull the cards at the same time here. Okay, so these are the cards that came out for you. Okay, so overall, you got the Queen of Pentacles. So this is you being nurturing, okay, taking care of home, being the good mom, a good parent. You know, it doesn't, you know, this, I know men are watching this too. Taking care of the finances, knowing when to give, when not to give. This is your outer experiences. This is, you got to keep in balance, give and take. Things need to be more in balance. Are you giving too much? Are you not giving too much? Have you been receiving less than what you've been giving, okay? So this is also saying that you need some balance within the external forces, work, career. Your personal side is showing up the Wheel of Fortune. So we do see turn of events. I do think it's positive, okay? So really try to get some balance, and there is going to be some changes. We did see that in the coffee cup too. Matters of the heart, you know, this is Eight of Swords. Again, you could be feeling stuck in some situations, okay? It doesn't mean it's just love, but these are things that matter to you. Maybe you're not happy where you're living. Maybe you're not happy with, you know, bringing the income you're making, money concerns, relationships, family, things like that. So you're feeling stuck. You got to see where those areas, how to fix some of those areas yourself too. That's what I'm feeling here too. Now you have the Five of Pentacles. This is, again, you're not seeing, because look, the moon is here. You got to go by your intuition. You got to go deep. I know some truths will be revealed. You got to have hope that things are going to get better. Okay? So there are some concerns. There is some things that you need to change. The changes are occurring, I think, for the positive here too, okay? And here, seeking, well, some of you could be, there could be some legal issues, and I think at least something is going to go your way here. But at the same time, this is really finding balance, okay? And balance, and major decisions coming up, and future-oriented, and communications are coming into focus here. the underlining energy, and I'm going to go through all the cards and tie them all together. Okay, you got the Nine of Swords. So here we go. Stress again, worry. Okay, we really don't want you to stress out because it can really take a toll. Don't worry so much. Let things go for the flow, okay? That's really definitely came through the coffee cup, okay? When I'm tying everything together with the coffee cup, with the cards, we're seeing renewal, sense of balance coming through, okay? So there is something good coming through. You could be dealing with some problems from the past is possible too, okay? You could deal with some problems maybe with business, family, also refocusing on what you want to do next, okay? You focusing on what you want to do next. Accomplishments, I do see the accomplishments, and new steps, okay? Now, what happened in the past is something that may be influencing you now, okay? So what you need to do, it's influencing maybe your present, still is lingering a little, okay? It needs to be resolved. Now, we do see reaping awards from your hard work, okay? So you will be reaping awards from your hard work. We're definitely seeing that. Okay, focus on finishing up minor details and focus on completing other stuff in your life, okay? So that is really saying anything lingering, focus on completing that. Okay, things will get easier for you definitely this month, okay? They're going to be getting easier. We're seeing that there too, okay? Sudden opportunities may present themselves or ideas, and they will show up, and that will definitely boost your career, okay? Or whatever you do most of the day. You could be expanding in some ways, okay? Definitely, I see expansion. So that could be good or bad, you know, like if it's weight, you don't want to gain more weight, but there is some expansion. I feel also positive expansion. You're going to be dealing with home, business, or even family matters. That's what I'm seeing, okay? I feel like your local area or where you live, your community, your surroundings, maybe neighbors are coming through here. There can be a situation, it could have been ongoing or it can arise, or it's something, like I said, it could have been ongoing, but there's going to be a solution to it. That really did show up for some of you, okay? It's going to be resolved. Some way or another, it's going to be resolved, okay? Some of you may have some important meetings coming through or important job interviews. It could also be taking some important tests, okay? And you may be worried about that too. This could be to get licenses, I don't know, aptitude tests. It's just in general. Financial matters do need attention though, okay? So that is coming through. Like your transactions, payments, like rent, lease, mortgage, or investments. You know, I'm just giving you some examples. Because, you know, there could be something there that needs a focus on, okay? Now, there can be some heartbreak, or you get your heart broken in some way, okay? It's a general. To each, it's going to be different. Yeah, to each is going to be different. So this could be in matters of the heart. It could be whatever area. It is a general reading. I'm just trying to see what I can for a general. But the message is it's going to be fine in the long run, okay? So this could be a blessing in disguise too, okay? So that is something that may happen. I'm definitely seeing new beginnings are going to be coming in, or they're destined, okay? They are meant to happen. So things are meant to happen and new beginnings, okay? They're mostly towards coming into the end of the month, you know. Do be very protective. You know, you have the moon here too. of your, like, be protective and safe. Okay, security is key. Protect your valuables. Protect your assets, your possessions. Make sure you're up to date with any kind of how do I say it? Insurance policies, warranties, okay? Things like that. Now, matters of the heart, okay, is showing up here. There could be possible even proposals, okay, coming through here, all right? That's showing up too. Proposals of marriage is one thing, or maybe taking a relationship to, you know, a different level. So something like that, or that could be around you. Listen to spiritual messages, okay? I really am seeing that coming through here. Your spirit guides, they're going to be sending you some messages. They could be coming through your dreams, okay? A loved one who is maybe someone that has deceased, you know, your loved one, a parent, a child, or a good friend, someone that maybe has passed on, can come through your dreams, okay? I'm seeing that a lot here, and sending you some messages, so pay attention for that. Now, this month is changing. Things are really changing gradually, okay? And it's getting better and better and better, all right? So, also, there's going to be like unusual and significant events, okay? So like never done or known before, okay? So there is some events occurring in your life, okay? So that should be coming through, unexpected type of, okay? And that's really coming in strongly when I connected even to the plate and the reading from like now more to end of June, July, and throughout the year, okay? So, that's what I was able to pull out for a general reading. That was for the week ahead of June 19th. These energies can start anytime now and go into the next week. Again, like the Roadrunner here, remember, take things with a grain of salt. Find the humor in situations, okay? So stay tuned. Right after this video, I'm going to do the birthday special. It's going to start with, you know, describing Cancer, what my opinions are. I have a special heart for Cancers. I'm a Cancer myself. I know them very well, and I have a few Cancers in my life. And then I'm going to go right into a solar year coffee cup reading for you guys, and then just pull some cards for each 3 decans, okay? So that's interesting. I'm starting that with you guys, and I do offer those too, and I'll explain that in the next video. Okay, well, anyway, until, I hope you have a wonderful week, and happy birthday to the first decans that kick off in the middle of the week, coming next week. Birthdays, and all the best, and bye for now. Hello, Cancer, and happy birthday and happy solar year ahead. I love you, moon childs, okay? Moon goddesses, moon gods. Anyway, I'm a Cancer myself, so this is so exciting. Yeah, I'm going to be just describing a little bit in very, very basic terms, Cancer personalities and what I like and what I, you know, about us. But the reason I'm going to run through this quick is because I'm doing a solar year return, solar year ahead reading, coffee cup reading, and then I'm going to divide some cards with each 3 decans, okay? So I'm going to do that, and I'm starting off with you guys. You know, that just came to me. I wanted to add something and happened to do it with Cancers now. And look, I mean, it makes even sense when I look back, thinking where I got this idea to now gift something and doing a solar reading is, you know, new beginnings. I'm a Cancer myself, and it sparked right with Cancer, so it's perfect. They are very, very general though, so because the ones I do private are very focused, very detailed, you know, and go into a lot more. So bear that in mind, but that will be the next video coming in. So check that out right after this. And so what can I say about cancers? One, of course, I'm a Cancer myself, so I absolutely love you guys. My sister's a Cancer. I have some people in my life that are really dear to me that are Cancers. Absolutely love you guys. Of course I do. You know, the funny thing about me is I only have Cancer placement is my sun, but it's so profound it's not funny because the rest of my chart, there's a lot of Scorpio, there's Pisces, there's I've got the Gemini. You know, it's funny because most of my chart is pretty balanced. I have good planets in the most important areas, so I'm really lucky with that. I have to say, but the Cancer sun is so profound in me, it's not funny. It's amazing because it's the only placement I have, and of course it's the sun. Don't get me wrong, you know, I do have some bad aspects, you know, challenging. We all do, but you know, in general, and believe me, everything I worked for in my life, I had to do it 10 times more harder than others to succeed. And most of my life, I have made people. I have helped people, educate people, and I mean, I practically have degrees without degrees in some areas because they went to the top in some areas. I'm talking about lawyers, doctors, real estate people. I mean, really, law exams, everything you can imagine. They have actually succeeded really well. So I've always been like behind the scene worker and got people to places. But really, you know, I've done things for me, but I haven't, you know, done everything I wanted to. But that's life. And so believe me, why? We all have our challenges too, but I understand that. And it's always doing for others, and multitasking. Anyway, I absolutely love Cancers. You know, our ruling planet is the wonderful moon. I absolutely love the moon. It's, you know, it's so deep. It's just unbelievable. Of course, the symbol is the crab. Our color is silver, metal silver. Gemstone is the moonstone, but I also find the opal, and I also find the pearl to be very connected to us too. And I do use a thumb ring, and if you ever notice in my readings, I always wear it. I do have mood rings too, but my thumb ring is embedded with, it kind of shows an element. There's a star underneath it that reflects sometimes, and that's really for intuition, and I mean, I'll go on about it later, but anyway, Cancers, my beautiful Cancers. Okay, we do have fluctuating moods. Okay, that's a given, and it's because of the phases of our ruler, the mysterious, ever-changing moon. Okay, we are extremely intuitive. We are psychic. You know, they say Pisces they're different. It's like we just know. Okay, we're very similar with Scorpios with that way. I always say that the most psychic in a way is Cancers. And Scorpios, they really know. They can feel things. We just can double guess our intuition, okay? We always go by our feelings, okay? But consequently, because of that and the moon that rules us, we're very, very sensitive, okay? And meaning sensitive not just for us, but we feel things. Like I said, we can see nuances. When our feelings are hurt, we can retreat, okay? That's the shell of the crab, and we can refuse to come out, meaning we're in our own little world. Doesn't mean literally you have to. Some do though, okay? We are very closely attuned to our emotions and those of others around us. We pick up what people are feeling. It's like we live on feelings, okay? And that can affect us because we just know, you know? When you really do become aware of someone's in pain, we instinctively reach out and attempt to nurture them or try to help them. It's just in our nature most of the time. I mean, it's just like that. We are definitely the sign of motherhood, fatherhood, the parent, hearth, home. So we do have a very, very distinct affinity with family, domestic and security, the foundation, for good or for bad. So, you know, there's those issues there, okay? It's a fourth house thing too. You know, really, if you're anything like most Cancers, you could be a homebody. That's a misconception though, because I'm a Cancer too, believe me. And yes, I find my home as sacred. That's why I'm very careful who I let in my home, who I don't, because that's the place I recharge. That's the place that my love, my energy, everything's in there. So I am very cautious who I allow in. Sometimes I shut those doors. I'm very private too. I told you. and I need to recharge. We find the comfort there, okay? At times, yes, there are the hermits, you know, but there's the negative side of Cancer too, but I don't have time to get into all of that. You know, our home, our residence may be the only place where you can feel totally safe. So you can make your home anywhere, okay? Wherever it is that you call home. But you know, the moon does bestow also an affinity for fondness for travel and adventure, okay? So I'm always traveling. I definitely love travel. So you may travel a great deal too, okay? Especially maybe for business, okay? So that does want us to go and seek the mystic and things like that. We belong to the world of reality, okay? So yes, we have an idealistic lifestyle. We do have the realm of the dreams and the unconscious and subconscious. It's like we know we dream something, we know it means something. We don't know maybe to interpret exactly, but you're going to be like, oh, I know it's bad, or I know it's good. We always go by our gut instinct, so trust your intuition. We are definitely a sign of imagination, high creativity. We really are very talented too. But remember, the misconception about Cancer is everyone thinks we're pushovers, we're easygoing. Yeah, we are, but you know what? Never underestimate a Cancer, that cardinal energy in us, okay? I said that with Libras too. People think Libras are not pushover, they can be pushovers, but Cancer is the same thing. Never underestimate a Cancer, okay? That cardinal energy is going to come through. And when a Cancer sets its mind on something, it's determined as hell and it will get its way. I don't care how. Now, of course, there's the negative side of Cancer and there's a good one. We could do it manipulatively, indirectly, but somehow, some way, we're going to get what we want, okay? I know that. So never underestimate that cardinal energy. We definitely are naturally hard workers if we're motivated, okay? There are some that, you know, just mope around, but naturally we are hard workers because we always want that security or to take care of others too. And we have an affinity with money, the shrewdness with money and legendary, okay? So we can be very good with money. Some people find us cheap or whatever. No, frugal. We're just practical. We know that, there's a sense of security. It's like when I go buy grocery shopping, I'll buy, if we need sugar, I will buy 2 extra cans or something just in case it runs out. Things like that. We have that unremitting search for security, okay? It extends outward from the home to your workplace, to people that you love. And we are known to be extremely successful in both venues, you know, home and work, if we really apply to it, okay? You know, with relationships, intimate relationships are how do I say? Sometimes we get a little bit too idealistic, okay? We have this great imagination, who we idealize things, okay? So, and then we can get really disappointed. So that is a downfall. We are very imaginative. We like, some of us mostly like to kiss and cuddle. If not, you still deeply love your partner. You will show him in every which way, or her. If you don't cuddle and kiss, you'll do things for them. You'll never forget things. Like birthdays, I don't forget. I do these birthday specials. Yes, it's extra time for me. Yes, it's extra work. But, you know, I just feel, you know, I love birthdays and I'll never forget a birthday. You know, we want to always do something special. Like I just know what the people I love need, and they don't have to tell me. I will always pick it up, and then sometimes they're just surprised. But I just know when you love someone, and we're very caring, we're always for others. People we love will do almost anything for us. Sometimes we're too self-sacrificing too. So we're always getting what they need. We're always feeding others. We just show our love through affection. Doing things for others. If it's not physical affection, I'm not always so cuddly and kissy. I'm not that type. I will do more, give more, make sure your needs are taken care of than I do that. So it depends, you know. Now, we are full of contradictions. We are moody. We can go on to a dark side. So we can be difficult to get to know. Okay, there's always a mysterious and complex side to us because we tend to hold up borders, okay? It's a protective edge. I mean, I think Scorpio and Cancers are the most complex signs of the zodiac, okay? So we're not that easily difficult to get to know, okay? Sometimes we expect others to read our minds. It's like we avoid confrontation. Like I will know with my kids if they piss me off somehow, like they're throwing stuff around or whatever. It's an example. I will, or someone left the refrigerator door open, just say, I will go, I won't say anything sometimes. I will slam that door. So it's like, I'm just giving you an indication, you know, that pissed me off. But sometimes we tend to forget that not everybody can feel things like us Cancers and read our minds. And you do have to come out and say it. And then we just build up, build up, build up. And if we get in an argument with someone, because if we're confronted, we're coming out. And then all this stuff's coming on and the other person's like, where's that coming from? They don't realize it's built in. So sometimes it is, that's our downside. We need to express things instead of expecting people to read our minds and just, you know. We can be very romantic. We're very sentimental. You don't always give your heart away easily. We're very cautious with that, okay? You'd rather keep your feelings hidden until you're certain they're reciprocated, okay? When you do find love, affection, and you crave that immediately, you do start to begin to worry about losing it or how far it's going to go. We worry sometimes unnecessarily. We are definitely driven by insecurities at times because we always need that security. And, you know, what we give, we expect loyalty, trust, devotion, okay? But our imagination sometimes, or paranoia, has a way of running away with itself, okay? And we can become like extremely jealous and possessive. I don't really have that side. I just give everybody the sense of freedom. And if you break it, well, you know, that's how it goes. Well, you know, I absolutely love you guys. I want to get to this solar year ahead reading. That was just a very basic side. I would go on and on and on and on, but now I'm adding the solar return, and there's so much I can put in a video. And I did the weeklies already, and they were really, the weekly was very long for Cancer. I added the tarot cards in that. I should have made it, you know, I try to do it as fast as I can. But anyway, I do offer the solar return readings and personality descriptions. They're perfect birthday gifts if you know any Cancer. Or for you, it is the time to do it now. This is the time to order them. They really go into detail. If you have any questions about it, you can message me. That I do it with astrological cards or with the coffee cup readings or even gemstone or runestone. So that's on my website. So that is a perfect birthday gift too. But remember, Cancer, one thing. Remember that you need to take care of yourself. Need to, because if you don't love yourself and take care of yourself, we tend to neglect ourselves sometimes. Yeah, we have that side where like, no, I'm going to take care of myself. Or we feel selfish doing it. We do take care of others all the time, but sometimes it can be too much. We do build resentment sometimes when we're giving too much and it doesn't get reciprocated. Remember all the pain and heartache that we do go through, and now Pluto has been transiting our relationship zone. So I'm seeing that in everybody's readings. I'm seeing in everybody's personal life. The babies that are born now, the Cancers, they're going to be mastering that because they're going to be used to that. They're going to have other issues later. But it is really kicking out anything that's not right for us. Okay, it's like we're really getting an upgraded, brand new version of Cancer. So we are going through some hard times because Pluto's a very heavy planet. So I know that. I mean, a lot of other signs are going through it too. It's just the times and the energies. But remember, it's for our own goods. Keep persisting, be the best you can. And I feel, I don't know, I'm going to go see I'm going to do the coffee cup reading for the solar year ahead. Let's see what comes out. But I do wish you all a wonderful, happy birthday. Stay positive, stay positive. Still always love. There's always beautiful people in this world. But remember who you should be spending your time and energy on. Those are the lessons we have to learn. Thank you, Cancers, we're definitely the nurturers. Thank you for being there. Thank you for that compassion. Another misconception about Cancers is, well, we're moody. We don't know how to deal with our emotions. No, we know emotions. We rule emotions. It's just, you know, like I said, from love to hate is a thin line. So that hate is part of the emotion. So when someone hurts us, we can be quite vicious or The best way is, we don't like confrontation, walk away, but don't keep repeating cycles, okay? We got to learn those lessons. But thank you for all the love, for all the compassion, all the caring and thinking of others constantly. That rocks our world. That definitely rocks our world, because without that, I don't care, all that mental energy and all the things that are happening in this world, without that compassion, there's nothing. So, you know, just keep it in balance. Take care of yourself too. Take care of your health. And please, always just, we see the beauty in it. We don't like suffering. I mean, even the worst of the worst cancers, we have a conscience. That's one thing. And it's like, it always stops us from some stuff. We're all human. We learn lessons. But again, cancers, love you guys. Absolutely love you guys. And I need to get to this reading quick, because I can only, I mean, the downloading, I need to put 3 videos together and it can't go over an hour. I'm really going here. So again, love you guys. Thank you for it all. Happy birthday, and bye for now. Hello Cancer, and this is your solar year birthday reading ahead, and I have to do this quick. I have limited time to be able to put a whole video together, because my download thing is hour maximum. I'm really doing fast reading. Okay, so I did pre-shuffle cards here for each decan, so we'll get to that. Let's get to the cup right away. Overall, you have great energy, okay? I really see a wonderful energy. It should be, you know, overall, you have a very strong cup. Definitely the focus is on finances, your personal life, your home definitely is showing up here. Also, your pleasures, your desires are showing up here, and high creativity, very high creativity. Home is really definitely in focus, and the foundation that is strongly coming through. Some could be remodeling, moving. They could be, you know, in addition to the family, because here we see fertile energy. That's pregnancy. Okay, I see movement, period. Okay, a child, for example, may move back in, or you may be having a baby. In some way, the family dynamics also is strengthening bonds or some resolutions. Okay. I do see the connection here with something outside, like adoption. I do have to say that someone may, like, maybe adopt a relative's child or an orphan. I have to say that is showing up. That's very, very few out there, but it did show up. So that's some way we could look at it. Or just, you know, adoption, period, even of animals. Okay, so what I'm also seeing is relief. I see some relief, and you being able to, you know, letting loose a bit, okay? You're letting go of your guard, letting your guard down for some, okay? Just being yourself is really coming in focus here. Creativity is very amplified, okay? And good times. I see a lot of that, okay? Pleasurable things. Your belief system is definitely being tested, okay? The strength of your beliefs, okay? So just say you are a religiously Catholic, hardcore, and you never thought of Buddhism or something, and then you may be tested. You may start finding an interest. You know, that's just an example. Now, also education is very highlighted and increasing. You may be going back to school. You may be teaching. Education in some form or learning is really coming in. New interests, definitely. You could be more conservative in your perspectives this year more than usual, okay? I do see that. A change of energy with relationships is definitely happening. I see that heavily in focus. Relationships in general, okay? Now, a special message, any relationship that is started now, right now, the beginning of your solar year, or any new ones, will come with some kind of issues. Will bring up some issues and some kind of restrictions to it, okay? Things may move slow or whatever. That's the energy that's showing up. For some, some things could be called to your attention in it, but they can, and most of them will endure and strengthen. So that's like building a very strong foundation that did come through, okay? Career and business, like, well, whatever you do most of the day, I see unexpected energy, definitely surprises, okay? Ups and downs. Okay, your reputation definitely is in focus here. Okay, so being careful about being thrown underneath the bus, or your reputation is just in focus. Okay, it's a general reading, and I'm really trying to get through this so I can get this out for you guys. Some will be changing careers, very heavily accented, so a lot of you could be, or jobs, and going on a total new life path. Okay, ups and down energy. Okay, there could be windfalls, stuff like that. But, you know, you could be, just say you're being a teacher and you're always just thinking of maybe switching schools, teaching someone else in that. But you may just suddenly go into a totally different field. So even with business, it's evolving. Many changes are going there, okay? Some quitting jobs that you've been there for long term, et cetera, et cetera. You are a lot more idealistic and a lot more spiritual. Okay, with your perspectives on life and your philosophies in general this year, okay? But there is a message here. Try to be more practical, okay? Because if you're impractical with your finances, or you're too idealistic, okay, with relationships or whatever, it's important, major aspects in your life, some can experience losses, okay? And even sorrow, heartbreak is showing up here. So that will be more likely, especially if your expectations are too idealistic. That's really came through here. Okay, so the key is always make practical decisions, especially throughout this solar year. Okay, and even in the future. Okay, because you got a diamond here and it's got a little bit cracked. So that's the message that came through for that. Relationships are still pretty rocky, I have to say, very turbulent. For some, I do see very drastic changes coming in, emotional ones, and with business associates, okay, co-workers, things like that, friends, okay, so relationships are turbulent. Now, I do see singles here. You could find your soulmate this year, okay, the love of your life, long-term relationship. It really did show up. You know, I only say what I see, and it did come out in the yearly, so this is good. Now, deepening already existing relationships, okay, the ones that are already good, that you're happy, that you're stable, loving relationships. I see commitments. Commitments are big in focus, okay? So you could be committing, you know, maybe marriage this year is very likely, or making commitments. Just say you never exercise, you make a commitment to exercise, you stick with it. You're making commitments. It's in focus for most of you. If you've been in bad relationships though, because I see a lot of spades here too, I see a lot of you finally ending it. You're finally getting up and going. But I see you right away searching for love and move on to someone better. Okay, so some of you are going to go from relationship to relationship. I mean, like if you get divorced, the ink won't even dry on the papers and you're going to be moving on. I see that heavily from a lot of you. Go with the flow with new people that come in your life, because many are going to come and go. That's really showing here, okay? So many are going to come and go. Some come with lessons. You know, this is just showing up in general here. Again, pregnancy is really coming through here. Very fertile energy, very creative energy. And some, again, because there's a connection here with the spade, some could be adopting. That is heavily out there. So someone, maybe even a lot of you, a handful of you will be adopting. Now, for some, your in-laws or your partner's side of the family, or just say a good friend, somebody else's side of a family or their side is in focus also. That's all that I'm seeing there. Okay, so that's really strong. You have a very, you know, wonderful energy. You have a spade coming through, right through a heart. So like I say, be more realistic. Again, what this is showing up is past things need to be ended. It's giving you a fresh start to end it and go on a straight path, because then you can form a cycle and a karmic relationship. So that is a warning. So there are some major changes with relationships in that, okay? So, but we see straight paths coming in, and that you got really wonderful energy, but that's really showing up. Okay, so let's see what the plate has to say. Okay, definitely money. I did a plate that tilts in, so I want to see what the focus is and what's coming in. What I see, and I can't explain everything, I'm trying to run through this fast. I see money, finances are strongly in focus. So majority of you, that is really the focus. These are the messages that are coming through the plate. Shared income, or if you're dependent on someone else's money, like from an institution, welfare, etc. Okay, there can be an ending, okay, for a lot of you. So it is wise to prepare now. I mean, right now, to supplement that, you know, either with a better job, getting a job, or ways to supplement the loss that may occur, okay? That is very likely for a lot of you. It really comes out very strongly here, okay? There can be changes with your partner's income too, okay? And with their finances. Now, for some of you, there is going to be some intimate type of changes with your partner or someone you're intimate with, okay? These could be sexual issues coming up, intimacy issues, something like that. That did show up, okay? Changes for you and your personal income and your resources also is showing up. Also possible changes that can concern the entire family unit, okay? The home, it is coming through. Home, the family income. This is strongly noted, okay? And that could be coming within, I feel, a 12-month period, or maybe if it's not this year, next spring, but it's slowly there, but it's long-term. It could just, you know, timing is different for everyone. It's best to avoid any impulse type of buying, purchasing, any impulsive actions, frivolous, okay? Try to save your money. Set something aside each week. I don't care how much it is, something for emergencies. That really did come through. Now, health is showing up here. It's still in focus. Okay, now you could have unexpected problems with health, so really take care of that. That can happen. And I do see some of you going to be quitting some bad habits, okay, or routines, or just things that are not good for you, because you maybe have more of a reason. You may have to, or you do have the strength to do so now too. Okay, so that did come in focus. Karma, again, you could be dealing with karma, past issues you need to get rid of so you don't form this cycle. It's a chance to break it this year, okay? Because like next year, there's a number 2 energy, forming partnerships. So you want to break off anything from past that's not serving you anymore. Pay attention to spiritual messages. There are blessings coming in too, but karma too. So that is basically what showed up. I'm really trying to get through this so I can be able to do this reading for you. Okay, I'm going to pull for each decan. I already pre-shuffled the cards so we can get through this as fast as possible. Okay, so let me move the coffee cup over here. Okay, so this is for the first decan Cancers. I can get rid of this. These are the cards that showed up. You got the Moon. Okay, first decan Cancers are the ones born June 22nd to July 1st. Now, some years you got to check your, you know, your birth date. Some years it comes in earlier. But for the first decan Cancers, the Moon, number 1 for all Cancers, is always heavily accented. But for you, it is more powerful this year. So the Moon is showing up, the Queen of Swords, and the 4 of Wands. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, you're going to be very, Moon is definitely very powerful. Your intuition, you're going to be much more, very receptive, very determined, but you could be easily offended this solar year. And you are very sensitive to your surroundings, okay? Very psychic-like here too. Success is there, but stay diligent in pursuit of your goals. Positive goals, okay? Positive goals. Dealing with the public is showing up too. Jobs like involving the public is probably going to be very good for you. That's the overall feel here I get. You're more sensitive. You're more versatile this year, and you are very creative, okay? So also the heavy focus this year for you, for first decan, will be your home life, okay? Home life for you, number 1, and we did see that in the coffee cup, but for you, it's showing up, okay? Foundation, permanent endings, family dynamics, home life, period. Intuition is psychic-like, okay? So pay attention to that. So that's for the first decan. Okay, so now the second decan Cancers, let me move the third decans over here. The second decan Cancers, 2 cards fell out as I was shuffling for you. So, of course, the Moon is accented, but you got Mercury and you got Pluto, okay? And you got the Emperor and you got the High Priestess. Now, the second decan Cancers are the ones born July 2nd to the 11th, okay? So what's heavily accented was Mercury and Pluto, of course, the Moon. You got the Emperor, you got the High Priestess. So this is telling me the intensity of your feelings and desires, and more, and you're going to be more secretive than secretive this year than you usually are, okay? Communications with a variety of people is in focus. This year, your need is to eliminate toxins, any clutter out of your mind and out of your home. Okay? Mind and home is in focus, but out of your life period, okay? Use your gifts and your talents and your resources wisely so you can be comfortably, physically, and financially as you age here, okay? That is showing up for long term, okay? So that really showed up for long term here. You're very powerful. You're very inquisitive this year and very bright this year, okay? So these are the messages that came out for the second decan. The third decan, Cancers, which is July 12th to the 22nd. You got Neptune, of course, the moon, and Neptune and the Hierophant, okay? Okay, so third decan, Cancers, Neptune is excellent here. Very heavily focused. You are very idealistic and more spiritual this year, okay? Peace is what you need, especially this year. A peaceful home, a strong foundation, and love to be happy. That's really coming through. For love, comfort, and security, okay? You're going to place like a higher value on it and a need for it, okay? More so than usual. This year, especially for you, I want you to get rid of definitely toxic relationships and dead-end relationships. It is vital, especially Neptune coming across here, okay? And any people, all in all, okay? You're much more analytical this year, much more intuitive and spiritual this year, okay? Well, Cancers, that was your solar year ahead reading. I'm sorry I try to rush this through because I don't have time to explain, but I want to put all 3 videos together because I did the weekly and they were longer, and I only have an hour limit, so I want to get it all in one. Anyway, Cancers, I hope you have a wonderful solar year ahead. I did private readings. You can see that on my website if you want. This was very, very general, but I wanted to give you a gift too, and this is what I'm going to do for every sign anyway. I started this, of course, new beginnings. I'm a Cancer, and there we go. I came up with this. So happy birthday to all of you. I love you all, and bye for now.